Boss, takat, kakausapin natin si Attorney Michael Yusinko. Siyempre, analyst po natin, Senior Research Fellow at Ateneo Policy Center. May kinalaman dito sa ika-10 araw ng impeachment trial ni VP Sara Duterte. Attorney Michael, good morning, sir.
Good morning!
Good morning, Prof. Ricky. At
Yes.
good morning sa lahat ng mga nanonood at nakikinig sa programa mo ngayon.
Yes, magandang umaga, Attorney Michael. So, ika-10 araw na ng impeachment trial. Ano yung naging assessment mo dito sa nangyari kahapon?
It was a complete waste of time, Prof. Ricky, no? Kasi yung mga testigo na pinresent were totally unnecessary dun sa charge na misuse of confidential funds, no? Kaya nga hindi na nag-cross-examination yung respondent, ano. So kahapon was really unnecessary for the prosecution. Nagsayang lang sila ng oras. Sinayang din nila oras ng korte.
Oo, parang yun din yung nakuha kong air kay Senator Judge Ping Lacson when he was trying to say bakit ang defense saka prosecution hindi nag-line up ng parang intelligence officers, no, na isasalang sa witness stand. Para I don't know, parang may feeling din ako na bagamat may nakuha, parang it's just really laying down the facts. Pero paano mo tinitingnan yung sinasabi ng prosecution na paumpisa pa lang ito. Parang we're just laying down the condition sa mga susunod naming ihahayag dito. Paano yung ganong part?
I think that's wrong, no? Kasi kung criminal trial ito, tama yon. If this were a criminal trial, that's precisely the correct way to do it. Parang laying the predicate, establishing the money trail. Kasi ano yun part ng elements yun ng crime. So, kung criminal trial to and the objective was to prove the crime beyond reasonable doubt, tama yun, yung ganong approach. But this is not a criminal trial. This is an impeachment trial. Right?
Oo.
Ang gusto natin malaman, at least from the perspective of the senator judges, is was there a misuse of confidential funds?
Yeah.
So the operative word there is misuse, no? Pero kasi yung wala nang controversy, wala nang issue, Prof. Ricky, that the funds were given.
Yeah.
Were given to the Vice President and DepEd Secretary. At na-disburse sila. Right? Wala nang ano dun wala nang issue dun.
Wala nang issue.
That's precisely the reason why hindi na nag-cross-examination yung respondent. Kasi inamin na nila yun na natanggap yung pera. They're not denying that. Hindi rin nila dinideny na winidraw yung pera. Kasi nga, the issue is, was the funds misused? Yun yung issue
Yeah.
So the prosecution is claiming na may misuse. So if that's the claim, then dapat mag-provide sila ng evidence to prove that claim. Which hindi naman competent yung witnesses nila kagabi or kahapon to prove that.
Yeah. Yun, yung word na yun, narinig ko rin nga kay Senator Ping Lacson yun, di ba? Yung sabi niya na hindi competent yung dalawa. Same sa yung view. Now they're trying to connect the statements kay Ramil Madriaga. Yung sinasabing aid ni VP Sara na para baga, yun yung doon sa hearing ng House Committee noong Abril, parang siya yung nagsabi na siya nag-deliver nitong mga bag na ito, na gym bag daw, sabi nung isang land bank. So yun, hindi mo rin nakikitang ano yun, somehow nagko-connect nga at maaring points ng prosecution kahapon?
Again, kung criminal trial to, yes, necessary yun. Absolutely necessary yun, yung testimonya ni Madriaga. But in the impeachment trial, ang importante is yung testimony na makapagsasabi that there was a misuse of confidential funds. At yung witness na yon should be someone with authority to say that it was misused. Kasi kung si Madriaga lang ang magsasabi nun,
Oo.
wala naman siyang, who is he? Who is he to say na merong misuse doon, di ba?
Oo.
In fact, kasama nga siya doon eh.
Oo nga.
Doon sa problema na yun eh.
Mm-mm.
So ang hinahanap natin, particularly yung mga senator judges, ang hinahanap nila is an authority to say na meron ngang misuse of confidential funds.
Oo.
So sino yung authority na yun? The prosecution must provide that.
Oo nga. Kasi yung pagtayo din ni Senator Judge Robin Hood Padilla, yun yung maiksi niya sinabi. So hindi illegal. O, at wala nga, hindi nga illegal kasi misuse. Now, pero anong basa mo doon sa naging mahaba ding proseso because the senator judges were, well, first and foremost, they're politicians. Pero kanya-kanya din sila, iba-iba ding perspective dun sa tanong. Kung ganong parang feeling na rin siguro nilang nag-aksaya ng oras during that time, bakit ang daming tanong? Anong basa mo doon? Sunod-sunod pa rin sila, nagsa-second round pa. Is it for you, for educational purpose lang, ma-educate yung public or anong tingin mo?
Alam mo, that's a very great question, Prof. Ricky. And I have to say, yan ay yung sinasabi na nating kamalian or mockery of the impeachment process. Kasi dapat yung mga senator judges, wala na silang sinasabi. Kaya nga, kahit na pareho kaming iniisip ni Senator Lacson should have just kept his mouth shut about it. No? Kasi ang nangyayari, parang siyang nagko-coach eh. Right? Para siyang nangangaral, nagko-coach actually dun sa mga litigants, which a judge should never do and will never do, no? So yung mga nagtatanong pa rin, nagpapahiwatig pa rin ng kanilang hinahanap na ebidensya, that is still wrong. So si Senator Lacson, when he said that, that's wrong, no? Yung mga nagtatanong na unusual ba yan o illegal ba yan, that's wrong. Kasi ang trabaho ng senator judge is to appreciate kung ano yung nilalatag sa kanila.
Mm-mm.
They should not be giving prompts dun sa mga partido na, oops, mukhang kulang yung sinasabi mo. Oops, mukhang mali na yung inaano mo. Because it's helping the litigants, di ba, na baguhin yung strategy nila o magpresenta ng ibang ebidensya. Hindi ganon. Hindi tama yon. That's a mockery of the impeachment trial. It's actually a mockery of due process, no? Kasi a judge, kahit sino pang judge, regular judge o senator judge, ang duty niya is to appreciate the evidence presented by the parties and make a decision based on the evidence presented.
Oo.
Hindi na siya dapat nagbibigay ng coaching o prompting doon sa mga litigants.
Kaya din, nabanggit mo yung mockery, katawa-tawa. Ang isa ko ding napansin kahapon, mahaba pa ito, para isa ito sa ang daming ngiti at tawa ng presiding officer. Kasi yung binabanggit niya na yung daw testigo na mag-competent, confidential din daw. Confidential witness, no? Both prosecution siya ka-defense. Sabi ko, parang ang dami niyang tawa. Ang dami niyang tawa ngayon ni Chis Escudero, attorney.
Siguro that's a sign of exasperation na rin.
Yeah.
Ano ba itong ginagawa natin?
Oo, kaya nga eh.
Parang naglolokohan na tayo sa pangyayaring ito. So, it's funny, no? Pero
yung Office of the Vice President po.
It's really a bad sign.
Opo.
No? Kasi
So, hindi lahat dyan
puro
may account ang
katotohanan lang
OVP.
nangyayari sa impeachment trial.
Wala na po akong alam.
Alright,
Okay.
and then final, attorney, I want you to comment
Kaya nga
on...
po, tanong
kasi
natin,
may nabasa din
si
akong,
dating VP
isang
Robredo po ba
pananaw.
nagbukas
Well,
ng
I think
account
this is
yan?
very interesting.
Actually
Kasi
po,
ikaw,
na-transfer
abogado ka.
lang po sa
And
amin
then,
ang MDS account po ng Office
itong
of the
nangyayaring
Vice
impeachment, yung
President
naging
noong pong
opening
September
statement ni Senator Judge
2022. Nung
Laila
lumipat
de
po
Lima,
sila ng kanilang office
where
address sa
pinatigil na siya, di
Pioneer.
ba? Pinahinto na siya kasi ang assessment ng presiding judge ay talagang conclusions of fact ang ginagawa niya. And then hinaharang of course ng defense. Pero may nababasa akong interesting opinion na hindi din dapat ito ng ginagawa. Hindi dapat itong pinuputol. Something like that. Anong analysis mo dyan?
Yes, I agree with that. No? It's again, this is another example of the mockery of the entire process. No? Kasi ang advocate, katulad ni Congressman De Lima and of course the respondent's lawyer, it is their duty to provide or to offer conclusions of law and fact. That's part of their job. Diba? And it's up to the senator judges, it's up to the judges to appreciate that, whether to reject the conclusion or to accept the conclusion. Diba? That's the entire process of it eh. So di ko maintindihan bakit objectionable yung magsabi ka ng conclusions of law or fact. That's part of the advocacy. That's part of the game.
Yeah.
Sabi nga. Ang role ng senator judges, ang role ng judge is to evaluate those conclusions. No? Actually, the term conclusion is wrong eh, kasi ang sinasabi nila is an opinion. Right? Of what the law should be and what the facts are in relation to those opinions. So, again, kalokohan eh. Kasi parang, ewan ko, hindi ko lang masabi yung gusto kong sabihin na word eh. Pero it's really a mockery of the entire process. No? Na yung notion of conclusions of law and fact ginawang objectionable when that's precisely what the advocates should be doing. Tapos, responsibility ng senator judges to either reject or to accept and factor that in sa kanilang paggawa ng desisyon.
Oo. And then going back doon sa mga nauna na natang kwentuhan na tinanong kita kung anong magiging primary strategy ng ano rito, respondent ng defense, siyempre tatago sa legalese. Tatago sa rules, sa procedures. At kaya sinasabi nung nabasa kong point of view, sumay dito ang impeachment court by virtue of the rule ng presiding officer na harangin yung ganong klaseng sabi mo nga, opinion of the law ng isang prosecutor. Ewan ko ba kayong mga abogado, Attorney Michael? Hindi ko kayo maintindihan sa dami na nakausap namin dito. Iba-iba na kayo eh. Oo, kung sino-sino kausapin. Di ba, kung matatandaan mo, di ba, we're going back and forth. Kaming mga miron, yung ordinaryong tao, ako sumaside na ako doon sa part na, okay, as an impeachment, kailangan talaga, may proseso din. Ay, ewan ko. Anyway, as always, Attorney Michael, pang-sampu pa lang naman ito. And then, tingnan natin kung makiri pa ang susunod. Kasi next week na yung susunod eh. Ano pa bang inaasahan mo rito in the days to come?
Actually, for Article 1, isa lang yung inaasahan ko, yung COA.
Oo,
Kasi yung COA, yung findings nila, yun yung, I think, is clear and convincing evidence to prove there was a misuse of confidential funds. So, para sa akin, sapat na yun. Ewan ko, bakit hindi yun hindi sinalang agad yun?
Yun nga yung ganung strategy. Kaya nung kausap ko si Kong Ace Barbers dito, tinatanong ko din nga yung strategy eh. Abangan na lang daw maraming strategy. Hindi ko naman alam na ganun pala yung gagawin strategy kahapon. Anyway, Attorney Michael, sa susunod huwag ka mananawa. Thank you. And mabuhay ka as always. Salamat.
Maraming salamat din.
Attorney Michael Yusinko, political analyst, legal analyst as well, senior research fellow ng Ateneo Policy Center.
DCXL.